So excited.
Frederick, how you feeling, man? You're back home.
I feel amazing. I mean, I walked in here and I'm past the cafeteria, and I remember sitting in those seats. I remember the food lunch. I remember being in this auditorium in your guys' spot. I just want to say I'm incredibly grateful to not be standing up here and this time made it all happen. So thank you, Stoughton.
Media access, and we've got some questions for you. Some people from the audience have submitted some questions, so if you don't mind, and take liberty, we can hit you with some questions for both you and your parents.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
This was submitted by Sarah and Sanam. How long did it take you to become an Olympian, and how long have you been doing gymnastics?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I started the first time I stepped foot in a gym was 2 years old. My sister is a year and a half older than me, and they always put young girls in gymnastics. And I'd go to the gym, I'd see these kids flipping everywhere, and I was like, is this normal? I'm 2 years old, I just learned to walk and everything, maybe flipping's the next step. So I'd go home. So I'd go home and start chucking flips on my parents' bed. I feel like I still remember landing on my head a couple of times. But they were like, okay, he's gonna kill himself, you gotta put him in gymnastics. And so I went in the gym at 2 years old. They tried to put me in those 2-year-old programs, but I didn't listen. I had a lot of energy, I ran all over the place. And when a 2-year-old's running all over the place while kids are flipping, it's very dangerous. And they basically said, okay, Tom actually, he's in the front row. Tom really made everything happen. My first coach. Thank you. Well, Tom kicked me out the gym at 2 years old. He said,
He deserved it!
he said, come back when you're older and more mature. So I came back at 4 years old. And that's when it all started, and I fell in love. And I've been doing it since 4 years old. I'm 20 now. So it took me 16 years of mastering the skills to become an Olympian. But the whole journey was so much fun. Felt like just going to the gym and hanging out with my best friends every day. And so it felt easy, this is what I love to do. And here we are now.
Also, can you talk about the fact that you were 20 and you went to the Olympics? That's insane.
It's funny because on that stage, you compare yourself to everybody else because you can't use age as an excuse. I have to verse the 25-year-olds, I have to verse 30-years on that stage. But sometimes I forget that I have a lot of time ahead of me, a lot of time to keep growing and getting better at my craft. I guess I'm just thankful to have gone this far so young because I've learned so much already, and I can't wait to use it for 2028 and the ones after that. And to have this platform already to inspire you guys, starting at 20, I feel like there's a lot we can do for the town of Stoughton, for the sport of gymnastics in the rest of my career, which will be a while.
All right, cool. So this is another question from Naomi, and it's, would you come back to Stoughton to raise your kids one day?
It's a good question. I loved it here, I really did. And I thought about where do I want to go after college, because I have 2 more years at the University of Michigan. I figure out where I want to live after that. Just no place like Boston, I do really want to stay here. And so I think I'm cool.
This is a question from Ms. Deborah Roberts, and it's, how do you balance your academic, gymnastic, and social life?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It definitely took 16 years plus of trying to figure that out because I've had to juggle it my whole life. I think the key is being really passionate about something. You realize it does take determination, it takes all these things, but when you're really passionate about something, you want to do it. So I want to do gymnastics. Gymnastics is the escape from the school sometimes of the academics, but you'd be very diligent with the things you know are very important for the long term, like the school. Obviously, relationships, I kind of categorize that also as passion. I love hanging out with my best friends, doing things for fun. And so you just find the balance of how much is work and how much is play. And thankfully for me, gymnastics was still play. So I could put hours into school and then go skate to the gym instead of feeling like everything that whole day was work.
And I see you spend upwards of 10 hours in the gym sometimes.
I do. I really live in the gym in college. It's crazy that I got to have a situation where I can walk to my college gym. I can DoorDash food to the gym. I can go on my computer, do my courses online, and I can train whenever I want, whether it's physical therapy, whether it's recovery in an ice bath or a hot tub, that is actual time on the equipment. And then because I was passionate about growing the sport, I had to do more than just get good at gymnastics. You know, I had to market myself. I used social media as that platform to share my story with the rest of the world. So I put hours of that in every day to doing that too. And so it does come out to 10 hours, but it's all passion. So it's what I want to do with my day.
Thank you. You definitely have a passion for gymnastics, that's clearly. And if I could, I was going to ask your parents a question. I guess, how does it feel to be a parent of an Olympian? And now a time 100 next, right?
I'll start off extremely proud. It's a feeling of pride and joy, and just, feeling blessed. Sometimes I ask myself, what have I done in life to get these blessings? Because they've been coming one after the other, right? From, just winning competitions to the Olympics to now the 100 nets, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. But I will say a lot of it is Fred. He has made it easy for us, right? We didn't have to tell the truth, it wasn't a lot of work for us, because he was so determined, right? And he has just done everything that he has wanted and said that he was going to do, to the point where we got to the Olympics, and it really wasn't a surprise, because we knew he wanted it, and he always said that he was going to do this. He was going to bring men's gymnastics to the forefront, and he's been doing it, and we've just been supportive. So it has made it easy for us, but it has just been an extreme feeling of pride and joy, just seeing him, everything that he's worked for paying off right now.
Excellent. I was wondering if the picture that I've seen with him in the crib doing a handstand was one of the ones that inspired.
I will tell you, I didn't take that picture. At that time, I was yelling at him.
But now it's paid off.
It's paid off, and we've had so much support from family and friends and his teachers, just growing up, and everybody just being so supportive to his career. As I said, it has made it easy for us.
Excellent. On Frederick's side, how do you use social media to promote the gymnastics and what you've done?
Yeah, I definitely saw it as an opportunity. Probably around 16 years old, I realized, these platforms, you can start reaching people who have never seen you before. It's organic reach is what they call it. And that that's when a light bulb went off, Because my biggest fear growing up was I'd give everything in the gym every day, I'd become one of the best gymnasts in the world, and no one would notice. You'd walk down the street and no one would know you're one of the best. You'd watch all these other athletes on TV every single day, but I might be on TV once every 4 years, but not be seen to that same level. And so when I saw social media and the opportunity to reach people every single day, millions of people, that's when kind of the gears started turning. And just how I got addicted to gymnastics, I got addicted to being able to tell my story and show my gymnastics through social media so the world can start to see it. And it had a huge effect on not me personally just seeing these views and the opportunities that come, but the little kids that get inspired from it and want to join gymnastics. The kids that look like me. When I was growing up, I didn't see kids on the world stage that looked like me succeeding. And now I get to be that person for them, and they see it every day. And they get inspired to dream really big, because dreaming big does pay off. I'm happy to be proof of that. Creating a path that no one else does around you doesn't mean it's the wrong path. It really can lead to something even bigger. And I'm glad I get to share that story every day, and kids get inspired by it.
Mom and Dad, let's come back to you guys. So Frederick's been doing gymnastics his whole life, as he said, since he was 2. What age did you start seeing like a future aspiring gymnast in Frederick?
I could actually answer that question. I think Frederick was 5, and at 5 years old, I said, this kid is going to the Olympics, because I've watched how he would observe the older guys, and he would start executing what they do. So he spent probably 10 years practicing with the older kids. So he was doing more difficulty at an early age. So by the time he reaches his peak, he was ready to execute what he's been doing for so long. So everything looks easy, and he was a lot younger, less fears. And I'm a strong believer of that. When you have no fear, the sky is the limit. And Fred has proven that. And I never had any doubt whatsoever. And there's still more to come. This is just the beginning.